Oh my god, I can't believe it. We finally caught up with Kyle. We can finally start Attack on Titan.
Finally, face cam turning on. I've been in a different location for the past 3 episodes.
It makes it seem like time is moving on between the episodes.
Yeah. It's good for that, except I'm still in the same shirt. It's okay, the lads will just think that I've been in the same shirt for the past 3 weeks straight.
Can we get that crotch shot?
Anthony's been begging.
No.
He's been begging.
No, I mean like a shot from your crotch. As in like the camera's down in your lap and we're looking up.
I see. Like this?
No. Okay, turn the camera. Okay. Like I mean like you're laying back like a lazy boy and you're just kind of...
Oh.
This is not what I mean.
This is what you mean?
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, just the position I always wanted to be in.
We just got finished watching 2 of probably the most traumatizing episodes of the show.
Oh, get over this one. No, I was kidding. Fortunately, this is the respite in the store.
This is
okay.
I mean, this is the season finale. It's the breather. All right.
We'll do what we want.
Now he looks so much older.
I'm too late.
So,
No
this,
wonder
by
you
the
let
way,
me come in.
is absolute freedom. This is also
What happened in
anarchy.
Dayton?
Oh yeah, no, it's been
You
anarchy.
guys, right? If
Yeah.
only someone
Freedom-
had been strong enough to stop the
Freedom
vaccine,
is a good thing
more
to
citizens
pursue
would not have died.
to a very, very certain extent. Oh.
But you
Him?
did kill somebody. How heroic.
Wait, who'd you kill? Huh?
That's Genus.
That's genius.
Who's that?
He's the hero. Oh, I completely forgot that they killed Best Genus again. Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
that?
that's right, he is
Wait,
that.
who is that?
He's
He was the guy who mentored Bakugo.
He's like was one of the top 5 heroes because of
Oh, Gene
the
guy?
Gene guy.
No!
But they don't know if it's actually him. So
Maybe you need to get the full picture and alert Endeavor and the others before things are too far gone. Come on.
man, remember when we thought Hawks was
You're
actually
too
part of the
slow.
villain group?
It'll be the end of Japan.
Yep.
Hey, don't talk about Better Angel that way.
Better Angel.
Your core
Dang.
blossomed in the Deka City.
He
Not
really
wrong.
was. No,
You're
not
not
wrong
wrong.
at all.
And there's a whole war coming.
He is exactly
I
like
won't
Deku now.
underestimate heroes
Yep.
anymore.
I have observed this progression, and I call it the Quark Singularity.
Ah,
No
Back
one
here
took my
again.
research seriously,
Mm-hmm.
except All for One, of course.
I'm overflowing with beautiful dreams.
For the next 4 months, your life will be one of hellish agony.
4 months.
When you come out on the other side,
That's like
if you
3
survive,
seasons.
the world will be in the
Oh,
palm
God.
of your hand,
Oh, man.
even one for all.
One for all.
Of the many designs your master had for this world, that power was the only one that didn't end up going to plan.
Oh, he's gonna learn about it, huh? Oh.
And that scares him.
I cannot wait to see Deku and Shigaraki's reunion battle.
Yes! But we need to catch Deku up to Shigaraki first.
Oh, he has a naval sword?
Of course he does.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Nice! I like her power.
That is so deadly.
Oh, isn't this that scene everyone kept making jokes about? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's that scene.
Oh, got it.
Wait, what are you pointing out?
Your work study's paid
I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's not supposed
Oh,
to be
God.
taken that way.
When you pointed out.
Work
I don't-
study with laundry hero Wash. Number 8. on
Who
the show.
are you?
What?
You remember him?
Like, no, I know who he is, but what does he
Head
do?
of Gang
Work study
Orca.
with wing hero Hawks. Number
He's
2
4
on the show.
spaces ahead of Gang
Currently
Orca.
absent from his agency.
Look, imagine all of the soap and suds he gets in his enemy's eyes, okay?
Right, actually, that's a really good point.
Okay, on a more serious note,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can pressurize water to where it can cut steel paths, so...
Alright, you know what?
Actually, that
That's-
could be it.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
It feels like that was so long ago.
It was only, looks at his watch, 9 months ago.
Wow. So much trauma. Oh my god, he's got so much control over it.
Dude!
Keep going, young man.
Deku, you're
Yes!
you're gonna need another power up though.
Oh, yeah. See, that's actually pretty freaking powerful. He needs more of that.
You know, wait, actually,
Not as much as I thought, but
Black Whip might actually be the perfect counter to Shigaraki's touch. Because, like, Black Whip
Oh,
is
yeah.
literally just energy. There's nothing
Hey,
really...
Bakugo, are you good with
you
fighting?
should disintegrate, yeah.
Can you disintegrate it?
Maybe that means I need to be calmer when fighting?
Yeah, I agree.
You're a complete panic case. Get some anxiety pills. Fuck off.
Oh my god, they touched.
Every time we
Touch
touch.
without blushing.
Udon, I've been.
Sorry to bother you during a break.
Mirio!
Eraserhead. It's about Eri.
What's going on?
We ran out of apple juice, and all we have is orange juice. He's stressing out.
That actually might be it. No.
Goodness, it's my horn. Why does it itch?
Where's my apple juice?
Not the...
Yeah.
No, not an itch.
Oh no.
You're in excellent hands at UA.
Read closely.
Oh,
Collect
so
as
he's...
many details about One for All's successors as possible.
Alright.
Who cares about a bunch of dead old heroes? I'm tired of wasting my
Bakugo.
time waiting for you
Dude.
guys to figure stuff out.
When it comes to Black Whip,
He's a little like, why is he here?
For about 1 second so far.
'Cause
he
I haven't
knows
mastered any
that's
They want
it.
him to know
like Zero or
everything.
Mr. Aizawa, but as a
Can they
support
tell
ability,
him
I think it's
posts
already a
in
useful
summary?
addition to my moveset.
And it's
You
just
haven't had any
easier.
contact-
No, because then he could complain about why wasn't I there? I could have heard it in the moment.
The fifth
Bakugo's
was
just...
called
Bakugo's
Layers.
just you.
Guess that makes sense. None of these people started with quirks that were even worth mentioning. So it's no wonder I haven't heard of these nobodies.
Huh? What are you
Bro.
talking about? Their powers are amazing.
Yeah, because from the perspective of a loser like you, any quirk is amazing!
Dang!
It's mean. You know how to hit me where it hurts.
What young Bakugo said isn't technically wrong.
Hmm.
They weren't chosen ones. They were just the people who received the power, the people who passed it on. A fight that kept repeating itself. The next power you should manifest is float.
He can fly?
The
No.
master's ability.
I win! I use my explosions to fly!
Alright, Light.
You're gonna waste time learning something I've basically been able to do forever! You'll probably panic, go out of control, and die!
The perfect picture doesn't exist. The perfect picture.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
boys are late again.
What a delightful dish.
Good.
You might want to
Can Batsuno control the temperature of his explosions?
Fool
I don't think they have a
chives!
temperature. I think they're just...
You've shamed your sister!
What's the word?
You shaved your
you're
sister.
No, you're just really bad at
What's
it,
the
you
word?
Oh.
idiot!
It's just force.
If he can control the temperature and direction of it in specific areas, right?
Now, friends.
Could he theoretically explode a cow to perfectly cook it into nice prime beef?
Ready to begin.
The most he can control its direction is like a laser, kind of. That cow is gonna go flying.
Hiding the best
Damn.
fights.
He wants to postpone your meeting with Stain for now.
Got it.
Oh,
By the way,
Oh, he's still alive, isn't he?
Mary.
yeah.
Sleeping like a baby. My plan is to start her formal training
Season
this week.
6, maybe?
It would seem that you're still a workaholic.
What?
You defended us almost on your own for decades. So yeah, I'm sure it's hard to come down from that high.
That's a little harsh.
But
No,
you
it's
are
also
still able
completely
to help
unfair.
them.
It's pretty true.
Your presence is enough to inspire greatness. That's the truth. You should sit back and put your feet up. Don't apologize for being alive.
Thanks.
That was such the right thing to say. That was such a good thing to say.
Paranormal Liberation Front.
My, this is unusual.
Jakku.
A pleasure to see you
Of
here,
course.
Doctor.
Good morning.
Ah, so he does
I
put a
hope your
front as
research is
a
proving
former
fruitful.
doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's
all that's
probably
left
he probably steals
is to wait
quirks.
for the finishing touches.
Jesus, that three
must
three
be
months,
sure
4
of
months,
when
he has to do
they'll attack.
that.
X Day will be here soon.
Post-credit scene.
Yes, there is.
So like a work field trip?
Hold on, for real? That's weird. Same for us.
Is
Our
everyone
agency,
going?
too. I wonder why.
Huh. What could that mean?
Whoa.
Oh.
Same.
Huh?
Oh, I know what this is for. Okay,
What
Movie?
for?
it's for the movie. Yeah.
The third or second?
The third one.
Your best in first grade?
Oh, an Endeavor fan?
We'll be evacuating residents from our position in the back.
Oh, never mind then.
League of Villains.
So is next season the war arc?
I assume next season's. Oh, okay. the pacing of this. We'll talk about the manga and the pacing of this season, I guess, after we talk about this episode, which there's not too much. But
There's not much there.
I would think the way that this is all building up, that next season's going to be a war arc.
Yeah, it feels that way. But it also feels really soon for a war arc.
It's 6 seasons in.
Man, that feels weird.
Yeah. No,
Am I the only one who feels that way?
Well, it depends.
Well, my hope is sorry, I cut you off.
It's alright, go ahead.
I was gonna say my hope is if there's big delays of I say delay. Oh, there's big pause and like for them time to work on season 6 and all of that jazz. It'd be cool if the majority is not just filler, what's the word, AMV or OMV, whatever it's called.
OVAs.
OVAs, and it's actually like pulled from the manga or something. So basically, it's very much filled with content, almost to the like almost completely. You know what I mean?
Oh no, like most of these episodes are like from the manga. Like OVAs are usually like between seasons. Yeah, like there's 2 OVAs after this episode, but I don't know how important they are, and I just tend to watch those by myself. They're like fun, but they don't really have too much to the plot. They're just something that
realized. Did that one
Didn't
third
we
movie get dubbed yet? Or subbed?
I'll have to check. I mean, the third movie I watched it dubbed in theaters, but I just can't find it anywhere that's digitally released.
Impossible.
I know they're taking for. I mean, I think the Sword Art Online movie just came out in digital. So
what's that movie called?
It's My Hero Academia World's Heroes, I think.
World's Heroes Mission?
Yeah, World's Hero Mission, that one. Check if it's... I mean, by the time this video comes out, I'm pretty sure it's digitally released.
Hold on, double checking something real quick.
Alright, yeah, go ahead.
Give me a second, I'm looking at something.
Interesting. Anthony has been triggered, and I'm not sure what triggered him.
Nah, he's just making noises.
Ah, there's a dub. Not dub, a sub online.
I don't know why you're laughing. I've already watched this movie.
No, I'm laughing because I'm finally.
Okay, they finally released the sub for it.
I'm gonna watch this later.
Alright, for sure.
I'll let you know what I think about it. Where are we gonna put this?
Bookmarks tab. But yeah, I'm thinking they might do a 4-month time skip, so everyone's a second year, and Shigaraki will be out of his metamorphosis.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they might do a time skip.
but then there's this expedition mission.
Well, the expedition mission was the after credit scene, I think.
Well, that's it?
Yeah, I think I misinterpreted it.
Well, that's disappointing.
I guess thoughts on the whole season overall.
That's a good place to go to.
I'll let Makai go first.
This was a really emotionally heavy season. Like, there weren't too many big fights where I'm like, whoa, this was so hype. It was a lot of moments where I'm like, wow, that was really good writing. Like, whoa, those characters got really deep. Those characters got really dark. That were really heavy moments. Stuff like that. Just a lot of that. And it was well done, and that's honestly way harder than doing a fight that's hype. So I was really impressed.
I think the back half of the season was definitely way stronger than the first half of the season. Class A versus Class B wasn't bad, but it was paced very slowly. It had some good fights.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fodder, you know. It didn't really, like, the only thing that really developed was Deku's quirk, and then other than that, like, I'm sure, like, there's some character development within that, but it wasn't enough to make me go, this is literally half a season's worth of content.
Yeah, definitely. I could totally see that.
This second half of the season, like when the Endeavor Agency arc started, that's when the season finally hit its stride. That's when it finally hit the high gear. In the like you said, in the emotional maturity of it.
Yes, maturity and depth and all of that. Yeah.
I don't think this season has a single fight where I'm like, this is like last season. It was the overhaul fight. Like, it's just one of the best fights in the show. Season 3, One for All versus All for One. Season 3 Deku versus Muscular, Season 2 Deku versus Todoroki, and Season 1 All Might versus Nomu. This one, I don't think there's a fight that you can go like, this is the fight of the season, but
No, yeah,
they have
totally.
just basically Endeavor is the character of the season for me.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, the other interesting thing, too, is past seasons have really focused on Deku's character growth and the characters around him having their character growth because of his growth. This one, they replaced Deku completely with Shigaraki. Like, Deku honestly didn't grow that much from the Endeavor arc. It was all in, like, technical ways and, like, superhero skill ways. There wasn't much character growth there because the focus was so much on Endeavor, and that is completely fine.
Oh, that's totally fine. I mean, Deku's had the spotlight for 4 seasons.
Exactly. He's had the spotlight for enough. Endeavor's storyline was so crazy phenomenal. I can't diss it at all. And then Shigaraki comes along, and they take the villain and they add depth to him. And actually, the start of it was really smart because they realized, like, his motivation is kind of weak. Let's actually have the other villains acknowledge that and call him out for it. And say, like, no, you want to be a good villain? You need a good motivation. The villains are super aware of that, and they're constantly pushing him, like, hey, have a good reason for what you're doing. You need a purpose. You need a purpose. You need a purpose. And it finally hit home with him. And he finally moved on from his past, and he finally realized, I just want to watch the world burn. That's all I need. And it's like, whoa.
It's kind of funny, because I am like those other villains. Like, your motivation sucks, dude. And then, like, we actually see his backstory, and then he just goes, this world sucks. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
I get it, man. You're good. Destroy the world.
Yeah. Right, yeah. The context completely redefines the motivation. And it's actually, it doesn't change the motivation at all. It clarifies it, and it gives depth to it. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, never mind, this makes sense. This is really believable now. Sucks.
Yeah, so this season did the impossible, or not the impossible, but I guess this season did something that was really hard that I thought going in, because I knew about My Villain Academia, because like, you know, I'm in the anime community. It's really hard to know at least the arc structures when the season comes out. So I knew that My Villain Academia was coming, but I was really dreading this arc because I'm like, Shigaraki. Now this arc did what was really hard for me, or what I thought was going to be really hard, and it made Shigaraki compelling. And I'm just,
yes,
I don't mind seeing him on screen anymore.
Yeah, especially with the cloak.
The cloak is.
I'm gonna
so
be
cool.
honest. It's the visuals, the way he carries himself, the way he's delivering his lines now, and the cloak, like the overcoat, just like give him a completely different vibe. On top of all of the maturity, and now it's like I have a visual reward for all of this work that I've gone through with him, and it's like makes it so much better. It makes it more intimidating in a really cool way.
Love the audible difference. Like, once Shigaraki finds what his motivation and goal, once he remembers himself, I just love the audible.
You know, he talks like this a lot. He's very breathy. He's always scratching. But then once he finds his confidence, he talks more straight. He's a lot more confident in his abilities.
Yes.
I love the audible
it
difference.
goes a bit deeper and gets like a little hint of a growl. And it's like such a confident delivery. This is a man who is not just in complete control of himself, but of the entire situation, and he's the only one who fully understands it. That is a terrifying villain to go up against.
It is also something that I would find very hard to catch in the sub, because, you know, it's not my language. But like
yeah, totally.
I actually kind of want to ask Anthony, because you've seen this in sub. What do you think of, like, how did you think of the dub, Anthony?
Actor?
Just in general.
I mean, I'm talking, I can't understand the language, or don't really hear certain cues in voices and pitch changes much in our language. But I didn't even know that Twice talked in different voices that deeply, like that differently.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
I just thought he just said random sentences, ran off sentences occasionally.
No, it's
like,
literally a different version of him talking.
No, I couldn't really hear that. It was very subtle, more subtle in the Japan Japan, the Japanese
Japanese?
The
subtitle.
Japanese version.
Or at least like lost in translation,
Well, not lost. It's
not
more
lost.
like
muddled in translation.
no, it's not even that. It's just like I can't pick up on the cues because it's a Japanese voice actor saying Japanese
Yeah.
words, and I don't understand. And not used to that, so I just kind of I miss it. So I didn't even really. I mean, like his voice is also Shigaraki's voice isn't as annoying, like this.
I like Shigaraki.
You know, like some fucking drug addict asking for some change to buy another coke pin. You know, like it's a lot more tolerable. And again, that sort of voice change difference, I don't remember hearing it as much. So,
You know, I like Shigaraki's voice in the dub because it does make sense for his character to talk a lot like this, you know. But like,
Yeah, a
those
little bit. He's a little Joker-esque that way.
the 5 seasons of him talking like that, whether like it didn't annoy me. Shigaraki's voice is not the issue with his character. It never annoyed me. But the 5 seasons of him talking like that, for the reveal of him talking with confidence in this these last few episodes was totally worth it.
Yes, totally, exactly that. Yeah, because like the voice was interesting because it did remind me every time he spoke. It reminded me that he is unstable. He's off balance. He's completely crazy. But it also reminded me that I can't take him seriously because he sounds like a little kid. He sounds like a whiny punk teenager who feels entitled to everything around him and just wants to destroy things.
I mean, yeah, that was his character back in season 1, and he's also probably mentally been a child ever since.
So it's the version. Oh my god, I'm entitled to everything. I'm a cool guy. I'm a villain. Please take me seriously. Versus the Chad. It's just I want to destroy everything. I don't really care about this except for destruction. I care about destruction. Destruction, absolutely.
Yeah, basically.
It's just like there's no like no, it's just literally destruction.
Destruction.
Yes. Yeah. So all I care about is destruction. Yes.
Just like this hand, our name is nothing more but a decoration. We do what we want. Oh, it's so cool. Ah, he's so cool now. He's so bad now.
All because he didn't get moisturizer as a kid. Remember, kids, moisturize your elbows and kneecaps and all that jazz.
Moisturize your face.
Moisturize your face. Clean your face. Touch grass. Shower.
You know, one thing I do want to talk about, like this episode, like oh my god, we're talking about something in this episode, is All Might. The I've decided to live. Man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, was he planning to just commit Sudoku or just die in some corner somewhere, or did he like live as more of his own person?
To be honest, with
did you say Sudoku?
Sudoku. I mean, we remember it's YouTube. We have to don't say that word. Don't say the word. It's YouTube. We want to get monetized.
Oh, I see.
I think it means
Well,
CQQ.
Yeah.
See,
really, that word will get us demonetized?
It's YouTube.
I mean, it's 3 words. It's QQ.
Exactly.
Or when we really
okay.
Spanish,
I didn't even know that.
Buke.
It's mostly just a meme that YouTube will demonetize you for random stuff. But like, I'm mostly joking. Like, when Kenny's online, the Miss Marvel it's definitely getting Miss Marvel's definitely getting demonetized.
Hell yeah! Let's go! 80% speed run. Damn! Is this just sudden salts? Like the intro theme. Damn! 80% speed run demonetization.
Well, All Might was probably planning on dying early, considering that all the other people that had One for All died like really young. He wasn't probably planning on surviving a fight with All for One.
Yeah.
Like to be like the season 3 fight against All for One, he probably thought that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for that.
So just him going, you know what? I may not be a hero anymore. I'm still deciding to live. And then Aizawa bringing him to tears.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Aizawa went from like, okay, you're a cool character, but I don't necessarily like you, to like, oh my gosh, you're really fantastic.
Yeah. it's always season one's like, oh, you're so cool. You're Batman. You know, you're the Batman of the show. And then like now, he still is like. Not only is he aesthetically Batman, but he's also Batman in heart. Because Batman does, like, you know, other than breaking criminals' bones, Batman also is really good at a pep talk. One-on-one pep talk.
Yeah.
Your presence inspires greatness. You should sit back and put your feet up. I just love that, like, you've done enough, man. Decades. You've literally held the whole country of Japan on your back. Just take a break. You deserve it. Like, man.
He still feels like he has to do things. He still feels like the burden of society is still on his shoulders. He still feels like he's the pillar, holding everything up. And Eraserhead is like, no, dude, don't worry. We're building something new. Help us build something new. By just being you, you've already done all that you can.
It's the way.
You're okay.
Kai, you're getting farther and farther
You're
away.
getting very muffled.
You don't need
really?
to rock shot
Interesting.
or if it's quieting. Yeah.
Weird. I don't know why that was.
Oh yeah, you're so muffled.
Oh, really?
Kai, pull that out of your
Testing?
words.
Oh yeah, you're there.
Testing?
Yeah, you're there.
Am I
That thing. I didn't
muffled?
study though.
I can hear you now. Like you come clear now. That was weird though.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that was.
But I didn't
There's
study.
no reason for that.
But the reason, like, just all my being that workaholic, even still, like, it's you know, like sometimes you can go the route of, yeah, no, I don't have any powers. I'm done. Like I want to retire now. Yeah, but like all my just, like, I feel bad not doing anything. It makes me love him even more. All Might's been nerfed so hard, both in his power
Really
and
has.
his screen time, and yet I still love him so much.
Yep. He's barely been on screen this season, which makes total sense.
It makes sense.
But also, he's barely been on screen.
Like his place in the story is over.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad that they didn't kill him off in season 3. That would have been the easy way to go. But him having to go through this new society, unable to do anything other than inspire the next generation, is so much more interesting than just having him killed off in season 3.
Yep.
Because I know that was a really big point of contention for readers and anime watchers. Like, oh, All Might should have died. Like, why do you live? And I'm just like, what we're getting here, we wouldn't get if he died. And I don't think that anyone really recognized that when back in season 3. But I really do appreciate that he's alive. other than him being one of my favorite characters, I appreciate that he's alive because of the story that he can still tell.
Yes. Yeah. He has his own new emotional journey now. Like, yeah, they could have resolved his old story of being...
Oh, you're muffling again. You're muffling again.
Fascinating.
I am full as out.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Full as
Okay.
out.
I was tilting my head a weird way, and apparently my headphones didn't like that.
Interesting.
I know, super weird. Anyways, killing him would have resolved his story. That would have been a fine resolution. That would have been a fine ending. But now they can tell a completely new story. Like, they did resolve his old story, and then started a new one. And they can squeeze more conflict out of him for all it's worth. Like, man, good writers will take any situation and squeeze the conflict out of it for all it's worth. Every single opportunity for conflict they will take, and then they'll wrap it all up with a nice, neat little bow and have a resolution that can solve everything. And maybe actually not everything, because sometimes leaving a little bit of tension there is good, but like to go from that tension to the resolution is so satisfying. And when you have enough of it, like, the higher the tension, the higher the resolution, the higher the ending, the more satisfying the story. This show understands that so well. There aren't any TV shows that understand motivation and conflict the way this one does. Because this one just understands people in a really deep way.
Attack on Titan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a pretty
Gosh,
decent evil laugh,
calm the fuck
actually.
down. Calm down.
I'm so excited, but no, yeah. It's really hard to do what this show does, and like Attack on Titan kind of has that, but My Hero, like, because they're very different shows, but My Hero Academia, the way it does it is, it's just so much harder to do, because like I feel like not that I feel like, but All Might has the huge potential of becoming boring and inconsequential now, but at least for me, the way the author has written him, he's just become more layered. I don't think he's boring. I love seeing him on screen, even though he's Small Might now. But I just love seeing how he's dealing with the world that needs him but can't have him. I love seeing how he deals with that. And I feel like
needs him but can't have him. That is a really brilliant way of putting it.
Yeah, it's very much. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna end the Flash like by killing off Barry. Like I think that's how they're gonna end up doing that. And like that's usually how they end a lot of TV with the main character. But like with All Might, especially it's the end of his story, but it's not the end of My Hero Academia. So it was the smartest choice of letting him go through this new journey. Man, I love to see it. I love to see it.
Yeah. This show is really, really, really good.
Yeah. You see why I took you through it?
Yep. 100%.
I love this show, man.
I think I actually ended up appreciating it more than you expected.
To be honest, I did not expect to get like 2-hour-long commentaries on the Todoroki family. That's only something I could have gotten with you, and
consistently.
Like surely they. All right, last episode was 2 hours long. Surely they've run out of stuff to talk about. The next episode, hold our beer, hold our notebook, hold our notepad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, with their thoughts of this season and this episode out of the way, I can actually talk about the manga for this season. What it's based off.
Yeah.
So a small thing from the manga is Shigaraki's always had white hair, from what I understand.
Interesting.
He did not do a DBZ move that stressed his hair white. I think he's always had white hair, and a lot of people were confused when this anime began, and they're like, why does he have bluish white hair? I don't know if the manga had gotten to this point when this anime was airing, but if it did, I kind of like the idea of the animators going, you know what? We'll save the white hair reveal. But that's just me speculating. I don't know where the anime and manga were at in speculation of airtime.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah.
And there's two really big things. One, which you might have found out on your own. The Class A versus Class B arc was very much extended beyond what the manga had intended.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it is a big point within... Oh, you're breaking up a lot right now. Hello?
Me?
Yeah.
Testing?
Okay, you're here. I can hear you.
Testing?
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, so... Class A versus Class B. Very much brisked over in the manga. Really, the only fight that was given a ton of highlight, from what I understand, is Deku versus, Deku getting Black Whip. That was, like, the fight that was actually touched upon, but everything else was like, here's, like, one page, they won, here's another page, they won, here's a couple pages, these guys won. And the anime, from what I understand, ended up giving everyone at least one episode.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So that was one big change. I don't know why they did it, especially because I feel like if you were to extend anyone, it would be My Villain Academia. I feel like that's the one that would be easier to extend.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe they were worried that there wasn't going to be enough action this season because there's not actually a ton of action.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what arc I would have wanted them to expand instead? The Endeavor arc.
Yeah.
Give those like 6 extra episodes to the Endeavor arc. How they do it? Freak of the week.
Well,
they just fight different villains. They just fight different villains. Boom. So easy.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Granted, a lot of those would end up being filler episodes or feeling like filler episodes. But the entire Class A versus Class B arc felt like a filler episode, so...
Well, like, the thing with Endeavor is agency, like, you get more Endeavor, you get the Freak of the Week, we can actually see them taking on villains that aren't, like, mainstream villains, that are like, we're going to destroy everything, we could, like, help, like, literally, like, save the cat from the tree, you know? We could see them being more neighborhood heroes. And we could have given more screen time to the paint guy.
We also actually could have given more screen time to Deku Todoroki and Bakugo developing together.
Exactly.
We could have seen, like, what do they learn from each other? We could have seen just literally how they grow, but also how they're pushing each other, challenging each other, growing together. If they learn any combo moves, Bakugo would not be included in any of those, so Todoroki and they learn.
And then we could also see Endeavor's influence on all 3 of them, too.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like the arc,
and more teacher Endeavor.
Yeah, the arc that probably would have benefited the most from the filler episodes was the shortest arc of the whole series, I think.
Go figure. Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure. Yeah.
And then a huge change that really messed with us was the actual timing of all the events and where they chronologically take place. This season kept jumping back and forward in time. The manga is all linear. So My Villain Academia takes place first, then Class A versus Class B, then Endeavor.
Got it. That makes sense. Why didn't they keep that?
My theory is they wanted to end the season off very big. And the Endeavor Agency arc, emotionally impacting, not really how you would think a shonen show would have its final season's arc be, you know? So I think they just wanted to have a really big fight, and My Villain was literally, not lore-breaking, but it was establishing so much for the future that they thought it would be better to end it here, or better to end it there than it would have been to have this be the beginning of... Granted, that would have been a crazy beginning.
That really would have... That would have been a wild opener. And then, like, a really meh middle, and then, like, a really wild ending.
An emotionally devastating ending.
Yes.
So, this season is a mixed bag for me. There's a lot of elements that I enjoyed of it, but the pacing was a huge issue for the first half. But I think the second half really carried it. But I liked it a lot. I really did enjoy this season.
Yeah. It was really good. Really good. Even the Class A versus Class B arc, like, wasn't significant, it wasn't memorable, there wasn't much growth I had. But when you watched it, it was enjoyable. The fights were well thought out. It was enjoyable. It was fun action. It was enjoyable. Yeah. And, like, that's something else that's really interesting, is this show is actually really, really good at filling in the gaps in the manga.
Oh, yeah.
Like, adding on to it. All of the episodes where I'm like, or where you'll explain later on, oh yeah, this wasn't in the manga. I'm like, really? That was really good. The episode with the reporter who learns that Deku is actually All for One's successor, or One for All's successor. That was a really good episode.
Forgot about
that episode.
I forgot about
Yeah.
I love that guy, yeah.
I was like, what was that? Episode, or opening of season 4? Episode opening of this season?
That was the premiere of season 4, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. It was great. And it wasn't in the manga. The show was awesome at doing that.
I think this show finds its... this has a really creative stride from not deviating, but adding to the source material. I feel like a lot of people will go like, oh, how dare you, why would you deviate from the source material? I think the show does a really good job. Like, granted, you know, we were literally complaining about the first half of this season, but like, the pacing was slow, but I did also still enjoy what we got. Like Ida's fight with Mudman was really cool. I don't know how much of that was in the manga.
That's a good question. I don't know.
But that reporter episode, anime original, Momo's episode with the person that got a higher IQ every time she drank tea, really enjoyable episode.
Oh yeah, super good.
So yeah, I think this show does a really good job at expanding what we're given in the manga, and I respect it a lot for it because you know, like, especially if you don't have the original creator there, you could run into a problem of like maybe like you could run into a problem of, well, this doesn't feel like My Hero Academia, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I don't know. It was, overall feelings though, lads, very good. Excellent season. A+.
Very good season. I really enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. 8. You know, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 for like some pacing issues, but
8.5.
The tier list for My Hero Academia. It's gonna be such an interesting.
Good lord.
Some of those characters.
Which one?
Some of those. I mean, we could do an arc tier list. We could do a character tier. Like, oh, the content.
We could do a quirk tier list. We could do a character tier list. We could do an arc tier list.
Oh, the content.
Good lord, this show is a goldmine.
We finally catch up to My Hero Academia's seasons. Us. I'm gonna milk you.
Yes, exactly that. Yes.
But yeah, lads, I don't know if we'll be doing those tier lists. Like, all right. So we are recording this the beginning of August. This should be coming out sometime in February, I think. So I don't know if those tier lists will be, if we'll be doing them like live streams in February, or if we've already done those tier lists. So if you're a new subscriber, we might have already live streamed those tier lists, and you can check it out in our My Hero Academia playlist on YouTube. Also, we might have finished the season, but there is the second movie that has been out in dub for a long time. So yeah, next week we'll be going into that, and after that, of course, we have to wait for the third movie to come out in dub. And well, okay, I watched it in dub, but it's taking forever for the dub to come out in digital. So we might, I don't know if we'll switch to sub or not, we'll see. But at the very least, after the second movie, we'll be jumping right into Attack on Titan, because Micaiah has not seen it.
Oh boy.
Oh, the misery. Micaiah wants to be my enemy.
Everybody wants my enemy. I swear the sympathy.
So, I mean, like, if you watch this discussion, you can tell I am just so giddy to get Micaiah. I've been waiting years to do this.
Literally years.
The time has come.
So yeah, we're gonna, because of Micaiah's really strict work schedule, instead of like live streaming content stuff for that, we might be spending it doing doing Attack on Titan reactions, get a good build up of those, and then we do the live streams when Micaiah's free again, or you know, it all depends on scheduling and all that, and how we feel, really. This channel, there is no
structure. For all Micaiah's school might blow up and you get a degree free.
There is no structure to this channel.
What now, Anthony?
Except for all we know, maybe college just explode, no one's there, and then, oh wow, a free degree.
Wow, it was such a nice, wow, so unfortunately fortunate.
You know, part of me is like, cool, free degree. The other part of me is like, wait, I actually like my school.
It's okay.
You got the degree, you can
could
always go back
have
to
classes in the smoldering crater world.
Exactly.
Okay, well, cool. I should alert security.
Subscribe, guys.
Please, subscribe. Please. There are 8,000 students at my school. Please.
By the way, if you're impatient,
30,000 students used to attend this school. Now it's reduced to 0.
If you're impatient to watch Attack on Titan reactions and the second My Hero movie reaction, it's all on our Patreon on early access. You can go check those out right now, down in the link below.
Got her more than anyone else, saying that it is not a problem. Running up, looking back from a distance, I couldn't be a shell. Couldn't handle it too well.